Hi, I'm Madhurima and I'm back in my channel Thakuma Jhuli. So welcome back. So today one more recipe, a very authentic recipe of Bengal, and there is no prize in guessing what it is. It is the most popular sweet dish of Bengal and it is Rasgulla. But how is my Rasgulla unique from so many other Rasgulla recipes that you get everywhere? So my Rasgulla recipe will teach you step by step how to make the perfect mishtir dokaner Rasgulla that you get in the local sweet shops of Bengal. The soft one, not the spongy one. The soft one which melts in your mouth when you have it. So I'll teach you that. So let's see how to make the perfect Norom Tultule Rasgulla. Come with me.
So first I will take a bowl. In that I will take 3 cups of full cream milk and 1/4 cup full cream milk powder and mix it really well so that there is no lump. So I'll have to stir it well. Now this is one of the secret steps for Norom Tultule Rasgulla, which is the Rasgulla which is not spongy but the Rasgulla which is soft and melts in your mouth. So this is one of those steps. So we'll keep it aside. In another pan we will take 1 liter milk. Okay, now that milk we'll have to boil it in high flame. See, I have taken double cream milk so that the chhena that you get is of very good quality. It's thick. So this double cream milk, 1 liter, it goes in. And in this I will use or add the milk and milk powder mixture which I had kept separately, the 3 cups. So the total is 1 liter plus 3 cups. And always remember, the milk should be in room temperature. Do not use chilled milk or the milk which you directly take out of refrigerator. Your chhena quality will not be nice in that case. Once the milk has started boiling, we will switch off the flame and we'll keep this aside and let it cool, or rather it should be lukewarm when we will add this vinegar mixture for making chana. So this has 4 tablespoons of vinegar and 1 tablespoon water. This mixture we will add to the milk, lukewarm milk or the cool down milk, so that we have good chhena quality. This is another very important ingredient which once chhena is made, you have kneaded the chhena, you have to add it. This is basically suji, milk powder, then maida, baking powder. If you have elaichi powder, you can add it. So this mixture also has powdered sugar. Now see, this chhena is beautifully done. We have already added the vinegar in parts once the milk had cooled down, and see how beautifully the chhena is done. Now we will not stir it continuously, or we will not stir it fast after putting the vinegar, because then the chana quality will not be good. So we'll have to give this milk its own time, some time, so that the milk is completely separated from the water. See how it is done. The water is completely separated and we have very thick, very nice chhena or paneer. We have taken a cloth and we'll put it over here in a sieve. I'm loving those chhena chunks. They as such look so yummy, isn't it? Now it's very hot, so what we have to do is, there is a step which we'll show you now. You'll have to put running water on it. Okay, so see how I'm putting running water, so the entire heat goes away and also all the sourness from the vinegar is washed away. Now we'll take out the water. We'll not press it very hard because we don't want the natural oil from the chhena to go, because if that goes, your rasgulla will never ever be soft. So you take out the water, but don't press it very hard. Take out the water nicely. See how water is coming out. This is all the water from the milk, from your 1 liter and 3 cups milk. Now once you have made this chhena, you have to keep it for around 1.5 to 2 hours at least before you start kneading it. Otherwise the quality of chhena will not be good. So I will wrap it in a towel and keep it for 2 hours. So this is how I had kept it. I had wrapped it in towel so that extra water is soaked, and this is after 2 hours how my chhena is looking. Let's see. Yes, my chhena is done. Once you take it out, if you feel that it's very dry, and that you will come to understand with experience, you have to make the rasgulla for a few times to understand it. So if you feel it has become very dry, then you can add few drops of water. The chhena should not be a lot of watery, otherwise it will break when you make the rasgulla. And if it is very dry, then your rasgulla will not be soft. I can see my chhena is perfect because it is soft, it is moist, and it doesn't have excess water in it. So now I will start kneading it. I have to knead it very nicely. This is an important step. I will use my entire palm to knead it. I will use all my fingers to knead it. And this is how you do it. Now this kneading you'll have to continue for around 5-6 minutes until it is smooth, until it is creamy, and until you feel there is no lump. It should be creamy, and when you feel that yes, you can make a round shape with this without any cracks on it. So this is how you do it. Use your entire palm to knead it. Never use that one corner of your palm like this. Never do like this, because that will take out the extra oil in the chhena, which we don't want. If you do that, your Rasgulla will not be soft. It will be spongy and it will become hard later. So this is how you do it. In fact, if you have a big tray or a big platform where you can knead it, that would be the best. See, my kneading is almost done. I feel it's creamy. So I'm just making a ball to check how it is coming. When I make the ball, it should not have cracks, and on my palm, there should be some oil which this chana should leave on my palm, so which will show that it's perfect. See, there's no crack. Now I will add this powder mixture, which had flour, which had suji, which had milk powder, baking powder, elaichi powder. So I will add. After adding, this is how I make the balls. Here in a separate utensil, I have taken 4 cups of sugar and 5 cups of water. The sugar consistency, this is quite high in this, and we call it shira. We will make it. So these are all my Rasgulla balls. I will do it in a high flame, and once the sugar has melted, this is quite a high tall utensil that I have taken, so probably you're not able to see. So once the sugar syrup has started boiling, I will put the Rasgulla balls in that one by one. And please remember that I will not keep these Rasgulla balls, kneaded balls, for a long time. Immediately after making, I will be putting it in this sugar syrup. See how it's boiling? In a separate bowl, I will keep boiling water. See how I have kept separately. It's just plain boiling water. Whenever I feel that the sugar syrup has become quite thick, I have to keep adding this boiling water. Why boiling water? Because I don't want the temperature of this boiling Rasgulla to go down. The Rasgulla should continue to boil in this. Now if the sugar syrup is too thick, then the Rasgulla will become hard. So you have to keep on adding the plain normal boiling water. That will keep the sugar syrup consistency well. Now see how the Rasgullas have become round balls, fluffy, beautifully done. Occasionally I have to stir it like this very carefully. I have to see how things are done. Now this process will continue for around 45 to 50 minutes. Yes. So once your Rasgulla is done, you will switch off the flame, add little bit of plain water in it and keep it aside. Yes, your Norum Tultule soft, not spongy Rasgulla is done. I feel like having it right away. I love Garam Rasgulla. The moment I make it, I put few in my mouth. So already few have gone in my mouth. It's in my tummy and I'm loving it. I'll show you how it is, how soft it is. See, I've taken one. Now I'll cut it. See, it's super soft. It's super moist. And the Rasgulla Rosh has gone inside as well. It's spongy, it's soft, it's yummy. Believe me, it is tasting awesome. Awesome. So if you liked my recipe, please subscribe to my channel Thakuma Jholi. Bye for now.